Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Young, and look at this. We were talking about that lawyer, and now Automaton did an article on this. Dandadan's copyright infringements controversy should be a wake-up call for the Japanese manga industry, says famous lawyer. Manga should be made under global standards. Nah, fuck you again. Why is that every single time we see one of those fuckers, even inside Japan, that really want to say, oh yeah, you should listen to me because of the other audience, it's all the money it is, are always executives, management positions, or lawyers, because all of those two tend to interact with each other a lot. Celebrity lawyer sparks debate on the recent Dandadan controversy, stating Japanese manga should be compliant to global standards. So, the Dandadan manga has already had plenty of pop culture references and Easter eggs for eager fans to discover, but with the release of this anime adaptation, animation studio Science Saru wasn't reluctant to turn the shenanigans up notch. However, the decisions to parody a song from the once Japan's most famous rock bands ended up causing a wave of divided opinions, which has turned into a conversation about copyright in Japanese media. It was a parody, but yeah, I know the copyright laws inside Japan can be pretty much fucked up. One celebrity lawyer suggests that Japanese manga authors will have to change their ways if they want to work or succeed in the West, bringing up Dandadan's recent controversy as an example of what could go wrong. Japanese anime fans, on the other hand, aren't eager to accept this view. Yeah, Japanese anime fans are the ones that you should focus on, honestly. Nah. If you want your work to succeed in the West, you keep it Japanese. How is that difficult to understand, man? Or maybe it's not difficult to understand because we have seen some base people out there. The one I covered recently that was the assistant for Hokuto no Ken, or like we have seen from the one in charge of Lollipop Chainsaw. Yeah, keep it Japanese, not censoring yourself, thinking in your creative freedom, your options, you'll succeed. They're like trying to beat them this idea only because they wanted to cop themselves up. They want them cock. These fucking management positions got completely infected. They need to be take out of the industry in anime for Japan if they really want to save themselves before getting into the same territory as AAA industry. And this one, in an official statement posted on August 22nd, the team behind the Dandadan anime adaptation apologized to musician Yoshiki for one of the anime's recent episodes, featuring a song that is a direct parody of a track by his band X Japan, with a private consultation with the original's creators. Even some people can make some parodies because, hey, at least you are inspired. Especially Haunting Soul, a song by the fictional band Hayashi appearing in the sixth episode of the anime's second season, has been said to very closely resemble to ex-Japan's hit track Kurenai, 1989. Yeah, it's a very old song. Furthermore, the name of this fictional band directly parodied Yoshiki's last name. Hayashi's following the episode's airing, Yoshiki series of now deleted expos pointing out that the parody was not communicated to him beforehand started a wave of divided opinions among fans, both domestic and international. While some people sided with the musicians, many argued that the parody is fair use and should not be subjected to legal scrutiny. Yeah, it is fair use. I've been honest. I mean, there is already parody smoking stuff. Why there should be a problem for parody to actually support and pretty much give this inspiration because some thesis well like hell even with video games most of that stuff that is coming out of indies is because well they are inspired by the old stuff. Are you going to claim that that's a parody? Yes, maybe it is a parody to make you laugh or mockery. Depends of the intentions of the creator. At the end of the day, is their creativity, is their decision. Whenever how it's executed is what those the customers of this content are actually going to be the ones to decide if it's good or not. And then As the already widespread controversy was about to melt out, a Japanese celebrity lawyer shared his opinions on the matter, and in one of the most retarded ones, suggesting that there is another core problem lying beneath the controversy. In an extract, Masaki Kito, who specializes in consumer affairs and has notably worked with Yoshikis in the past, heavily criticized the Danda Dance anime, proposing that the Japanese manga industry as a whole needs to change to prevent incidents like this from happening, especially when expanding to the global market. Hold on. So, reading this text, you know what it gives to me? It sounds the same way, just like the fucking music industry, like we have seen in the West. They sound like fucking Sony, man. And if this lawyer is working for them in some way, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, seeing this fucker saying this, oh, because of this copyright, and then also claiming, oh my, look at the mental gymnastic and the Olympic jump to that statement. Only because of the copyright, something to Japanese content related stuff. Saying, oh, but this could not be happening if actually we go a global audience. I'm just like, what the fucking word? What the fuck, Ajin? Man, this the this delusion. Even this fucker got community noted, man. This guy, this fucker got community noted. Oh man, I cannot. Let me. Okay, here it is. Here's translate. Mr. Kito has previously served as the legal lawyer in lawsuits filed by Yoshikis, and a certain degree of care must be taken to assure the fairness of his statements. At a certain degree, not take it with. Nah, this he's full of shit. Ah man, I thought someone actually community noted about the fair use. Well, looks like not going to be the case. When it comes to Dandadan, there's also been a dispute about the names of the main character. I believe we need to take a step back and start approaching manga's creations in accordance with global copyright standards. No, fuck you. This fucker is just saying this because now he is in bed with them. He is in bed with the globalists. And if people haven't paid attention yet about what's been happening in Japan, also recently they got in a controversy primarily because the fucking left Artrichiro's government that they elected, well, they are going to designate 4 cities for Africans and Indians, but hits and N-words, and also saying stuff that we need to be ready to grow up, so they want race mixing. And I have seen some very skinned jokes, skin jokes. I'm just saying because the tone is already pretty telling, referencing to how can go wrong in so many ways. And to that degree, I actually agree. Kitos said on his X post, it will necessary to take those steps if we want anime and manga to go global. No, 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 no. This stuff is because related references inside Japan. This guy is full of shit. In another one of his posts, one of the same topic, he stated, in order for Japanese manga to further expand globally, we need to be wary of different countries, laws and customs in advance. The Hollywood does it. Oh, so you like the fucking gaming industry did? And how they are going bankrupt? How South Korea and China are eating their lunch? Ah, man. These fucking retards. And this is not a Westerner. It's a Japanese. It's Japanese, the piece of shit, saying all of this nonsense, all of this stupidity. And he already is blatantly lying in this statement. I really don't know what it is. In order for Japanese manga to go further expand globally, manga and anime already expanded itself because they had made content for the said Japanese audience. That's why we like said content, and that is why even among already decades of said content is well enjoyed. unlike it here. I enjoyed Haskell of the Dead. I enjoyed Claymore. I enjoyed Ergo Proxy, man. I remember that one Haren anime. Well, it was an ecchi anime. It didn't end with Haren. Yeah, about Yuna-san. Uh, and the ghost, the sexy ghost. And and then what others? I remember Ranma and a Half. And I remember when Ranma and a Half was aired in open television. Here in the West, we remember Saint Seiya. Hell, we remember his Dragon Ball, where it actually broadcasted the jokes and some of the gore stuff. When Nappa repaused Tenshin Han's arm. We have seen more content of that. I remember when, for a short period of time, they broadcasted Initial D. It- this fucker is full of shit. And here in the West, people reference those games, excuse me, those creations from manga and anime because they hit it big. They were fucking good. And then there was some niche guy, like Shoe Mouse, or not so niche stuff, but also, well, it keeps among the community of or anime fans about Devilman and the similar projects that came after that same inspiration. Violence Jack, even with Shonen, Hokuto no Ken, is still kinda niche because not many people were into that, but it's well regarded for a reason. Mad Max with martial arts, fucking great. And people here in Taiwan remembers because at some point it got broadcasted by the Seven Seas, Sail in the Seven Seas, and that preservation. Jinro, that movie, Jinro, and that insane animation with that German machine gun in the sewers. Akira is the most common name because of the animation, even the Studio Ghibli animations. And people didn't know it was anime until they realized, oh, because he's a Japanese guy. Seriously, there is something wrong with those fucking retards that are old and aren't this laughter. Every single one of those, yeah, this type is already infected. Yeah, so Japan is having this issue, and I just hope like more mangakas and anime creators actually step in and just claim that what this guy's saying is bullshit. No, we don't need to censor ourselves for the globalist audience. No, we don't need to take into consideration other countries other than taking references to create our own stuff. Like Black Lagoon is also one of those animes that also took inspiration in Western stuff. And even among the content, guns, weapons, vehicles, even like some of the insane plots going on there. It, we want Japan for what it is, for his culture, for their culture and their entertainment. They made themselves known in the world, but yeah, a problem that has brought with that is the tourists and the parasites that really wants to corrupt them and destroy them from the inside, just like we have seen with the video game industry, Squeenix, Capcom, Banco, Koei Tecmo, Sega, Konami, every single one of those AAA corporations. We have seen with Marvelous how with Sonic helped to kill Senran Kaura, and they just say, "Oh no, nobody's interested in this anymore." And while they are just losing money and they're shaking up the executive positions. Yeah, this I there is so much I can't repeat this because yeah, also that guy in Japan, Senku Kurishi, is spreading the word, and he's doing a good job here. We don't want the Japanese content to stop being produced. We want them to keep being good, even if it takes time. I think is necessary. But choking themselves with this one, you know what happened to Hollywood when they did that DEI? We we have seen what happened to the video game industry in the West. To this day, that industry is just dead. And even some indie developers still cannot realize that censoring themselves is just not going to make them money. And that chance of actually making themselves a living and being recognized is going away. At least the indies in Japan are actually aware of this. Those are going to be the ones replacing the industry and the hentai creators too. Yeah, those are the ones that should receive the best of the blessings because yeah, even among all of those well-known mangakas and animators, they started doing hentai, man. And yeah, I'm all for it. That's why I like all of this. And well, this is something that we can spread the word, but only Japan need to realize this before it's too late, before it ends like their video game industry. So that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.